always pushing to like the young people in my area, like go get a skill, because it's the only thing that you can kind of get for free. A lot of things these days online, it's like, oh, you can do this for free, you can do that for free. But I truly believe the only thing that's free is getting a physical skill, like, you know, especially in construction. It's just creating a system, taking yourself away from the business and running it properly and looking over it rather than being inside it, like running around. It's just about growing. And plus, if you have good people as well, and they believe in you and your business, people want to grow with the business as well, because it's not just a salary for them. They know that my ambitions are big for the company, for the business, so I feel like that attracts the right people as well. You know, some people watch this and be like, there's no way that this guy's doing that, you know?
Yeah, something must be wrong.
Yeah, he must be like lying, or he must be like doing something that he shouldn't be. But no, it's just straight up determination, just getting stuff done. You just gotta take action at the start, and then eventually you get good people involved, and then hopefully with time you can kind of take a step back and kind of focus on making everything even better. You know? Yeah, you have to be quick at making decisions, especially if you want your business to grow quickly. You have to be quick on the ball. Like, there's a decision here to be made. You have to say yes or no like straight away. You can't just sit there, you know.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast today. My name is Masha Gomagina, and we are in Bali presenting a construction entrepreneur. His name is Joshua Armani. Welcome, Joshua.
Hello, thank you.
So today it's going to be a very unusual podcast, especially for me. I have never interviewed someone on their birthday. So today Joshua turns 25, right?
Yeah, 25 years old.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think it's a nice present for yourself to have a podcast on your birthday in Bali. So today we're going to ask a lot of questions and some tricky ones. And so Joshua, at the age of 24, he is one of the most successful and the fastest construction entrepreneurs in London. And not only did he manage to grow his empire in just like 12 months, he is also expanding further in the north of England, right?
Yeah. So we're going to be opening another branch in north of England. So we're going to be servicing that area now. We've actually started now, today. So, so it's
today?
Today, literally. That's literally the phone call I just took is setting up the staff to start taking the phone calls there. So it's exciting.
Oh my God, I'm so impressed.
It's normal.
Yeah, I think when I host podcasts with successful people, the most important question, which goes like as a fine line through the whole interview, is like, what is the difference? What defines you? What do you do differently than all of the other people who do business in the same area, but somehow they don't grow as fast in the same amount of time? Like, what is the main game changer?
Well, to be honest, in my industry, it's predominantly older people in it.
Oh,
You don't have lots of people in their like early 20s with construction businesses.
Right.
It's normally much older people, like in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. It's not really an industry that has young people owning and running construction companies. So I guess the growth is because of, I guess it's the young spirit, you know, you take more risks and you're willing to just do things that other people wouldn't be comfortable with.
Right. You have completely different approach to how you launch this business than most of the people in the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Can you tell a little bit about your background? Because you're like just 25 today. Yeah. I want to know a little bit more. I heard that you used to be a plumber. It's a start of your career. How did you change to construction?
Yeah, so I qualified as a plumber in like maybe 2 years ago now, so like relatively new. When it comes to construction, when you once you get your qualification, you don't really know what you're doing.
Right.
It's not one of those sort of things that you get the qualification and now you can do all the plumbing or do all the construction work. Sorry, what was the story? What was the question again?
I just want to know where you come from, a bit more about the background, because you say that most of the people in this business, they have like years of experience and they are 40 and 50. So I need to understand, how is it possible with 24 and no background in this area to start something and be so successful in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, so it's such a hard question, to be honest. Yeah, it's actually so hard.
You don't have a clear
I don't have a clear answer because it was all just, it happened so quickly. So it's hard to like say, oh, this is how it started, this is, and then this. But I would say it's just the fact that I didn't have anything else I could do. So I think it was that fear in the back of my mind as well, that like, it was all or nothing, you know. I left school with my, you know, basic like high school qualifications. I don't know what that is in. Did you study in Russia?
Yeah, I started in Russia.
Yeah, so in school, it's like getting your, I don't know, what's your preschool, like not preschool, but you know when you leave before university, like, yeah, it's like high school. I got my high school diploma and then I didn't go university and stuff like that. So it was just always that fear that if I don't do this, then I'm going to be, I don't know, doing like something like in Tesco. I don't know if you have Tesco. Like, I would just be doing a very basic thing.
Were you afraid to have a more normal life or become an employer in some company? And where does this fear come from? Why are you afraid? So many people in the world have this. Is it from your family?
No, so my family are like working class family. So I started the business with absolutely nothing, like just straight up, just hustle, like just trying to make something. Yeah, the zero. I started with like minus, to be honest with you.
Wow.
That's the good thing about construction as well, because as long as you have like a little bit of skill with your hands, you can make money from it. And I'm always pushing to like the young people in my area, like go get a skill, because it's the only thing that you can kind of get for free. A lot of things these days online, it's like, oh, you can do this for free, you can do that for free. But I truly believe the only thing that's free is getting a physical skill, like, you know, especially in construction. So, yeah.
How did you make this decision to shift to this niche?
Yeah, so qualified as a plumber, I kept getting fired from all my jobs as well, yeah. I was so bad. I was so slow at doing plumbing work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I worked for a big company in London. That was like the main company. It's like British Gas. So it's a massive company. Everyone knows about it. They have like a plumbing division. So I joined them. I said I'm an experienced plumber. They realized that after like 3 weeks that this guy just lied. Like, he's not what he said he has on his CV, you know, on my resume. My resume said, yes, I'm a plumber, you know. And then after like 3-4 weeks, to be honest, they were pissed off. That they brought me into the office. They said, Josh, you just lied to get this job. And I was like, no, I'm a plumber. Look, I have my qualification, you know. And it was so stressful because everything is so computerized. So when you get to the job, you click, I'm here. And then now you're doing the job. And then you have to click when you've done the job. And then I was just like in people's houses, like literally like.
This sounds very stressful.
It was so stressful. And yeah, I didn't last long there. But yeah, then after, basically, whilst I was doing the plumbing stuff for that company, I was doing this company on the side on the weekends.
All right.
So my company, it deals with ventilation and mold issues, which is totally separate from plumbing. Oh, wow. So I was doing that on the weekends, and then I realized like straight away, like, nah, I'm making the sort of money on the weekend that I would be making the whole month for the company. Plus, I was getting like so much shit from the owners, the managers, like, Josh, you're so like slow, you're so this, you're so that. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna like leave. So I just left, and then because I had that taste of a 9-to-5, like a proper 9-to-5,
yeah.
I couldn't go back because I was so stressed there, and at least I can just stress myself out. I don't mind stressing myself out, but you know when you're getting the stress from someone else, I can't deal with it.
But I just don't understand where does it come from? Is it like this business intuition or this skill to create a successful business model? Where does it come from? If you studied in high school, then you had a plumber job, how is it possible to build so fast a successful business without, or do you think education is important in this or not?
I do think having good role models is important,
Okay.
which I didn't have, to be honest. Like, I didn't have anyone that I looked up to, like, okay, this is how you do things. I just straight up just started, and then I got to a stage where it was like, I was busy, I was making money, but I couldn't reach any higher. And to be honest, there was a point where I was going to quit because it was just too stressful, and I don't like feeling stressed, you know? So there was a point in my business where I was literally going to quit because it was too busy. I was like, I can't be bothered to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore.
But you were doing everything by yourself,
Absolutely.
not delegating.
Everything.
Okay.
Except for the quotations. So I was working alongside someone at the start who was getting paid very well for like a commission-based role. So the only thing I wasn't doing at the start was visiting the customer to sign the deal with them, you know? But everything else, from doing the job, from turning up with my van, tools, I also even like used to call the customers with a pretend voice because I was trying to like, you know, show that I'm a proper business, you know? So I would literally hold my nose. I would hold my nose and be like, yeah, I'm not going to do the voice.
This makes you sound more professional. Can you show it?
No, I'm not doing it. I'd literally be like, yeah, crazy. But
do you think it makes you sound more old? Or
yeah, because it changes your voice. You know, when you hold your nose, like you sound a bit different, and you can like
more serious.
You can change your voice easier because obviously it alters your voice. So at the start, I was doing that. I was on the phone, like doing this, and then going to the customer, and then I was just
so
straight up. I was just
me.
hustling, literally. I was hustling, just trying to make money.
Right.
And then we're here now, you know. So it's not easy. When I was at that stage where I was going to quit, I managed to find some mentors that were actually living in Bali at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And to be honest,
who are your main mentors?
I don't know if they want I don't know if they want me to share that, but obviously if they, hopefully, I'll eventually have them on a podcast as well.
Oh,
you know?
that would be great.
That would be amazing. Because they taught me a lot. Honestly, I was inspired by them.
What are the main lessons you got from them?
It's just creating a system, taking yourself away from the business and running it properly and looking over it rather than being inside it, like running around.
Right.
That taught me a lot because I saw them. They were living in Bali and I was seeing their Instagram. I found them from Instagram. I see their lifestyle. And I was just like, I was mesmerized because I'm in London in social housing, like government housing, on a big council estate, doing my business. And I was at awe by them. I was just like, how? Yeah. You know, I didn't even think this possible because everyone around me, like my dad's a qualified plumber as well, but no one was making money from construction without like getting their hands dirty, you know? So when I saw that, I was just, yeah, here's my money, you know, teach me.
Wow.
So I paid thousands to them, thousands.
So inspiring, actually. So actually, an example that's worth more than any book or any course. An example of how to live your life, having a business, and this motivated you to change everything.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer is if you start a business, it should be like a lifestyle business as well. You know, you should be able to have a nice life, have free time, you know, because why else would you start a business? You know, you have to eventually, you know, you have to enjoy your life as well. Like you're sacrificing so much for this dream. You can't, there has to be an end goal to it, you know, and what I learned from them, of course, that cost a lot of money for me personally. Like I said, I spent thousands learning from them. Obviously, they didn't teach me for free. So yeah, and that really helped me level up, and that's why I'm here today. I'm in
And what
Bali.
is your main motivation which drives through all of this, that drives you to continue growing? Why don't you just stop when you feel like, okay, this is enough money for me?
I mean, it's a good question. I would say at the start it was definitely the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely the money, especially when I was doing the jobs myself as well. I was making way more money when I was like in my van running around because obviously I wasn't paying anyone,
Right.
you know, so I was like, yeah, even when I think back at it, like, yeah, that was good times back then. Now there's lots of people to pay.
Big
So,
team.
yeah,
How many people do you have?
about 5 or 6 at the moment, but it's steadily increasing as well because now that we've started our new location, obviously that means more people come on board. There's more people to pay
Right.
that are obviously doing a job. So yeah, obviously the profit was way more at the start, but it's different now because you have a
Like in
team.
percentage?
Yeah, of course.
course.
Yeah, it's like having a shop and you're the shopkeeper.
But it's not possible to scale
Yeah,
because you are just
exactly.
have this many hours. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was good times then, but I can't complain now, you know, because it's just about growing and plus if you have good people as well and they believe in you and your business, people want to grow with the business as well because it's not just the salary for them. They know that my ambitions are big for the company, for the business, so I feel like that attracts the right people as well.
Yeah, that really resonates with me.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, if you're going to work at a company, you want to know that this company is going somewhere. And then that means everyone's going to be invested in the vision because at the end of the day, when the business gets bigger, everyone's going to benefit from it,
Right.
you know? So, yeah,
I think if you drive it with your own passion and people who are in your team, they are also attracted by this energy. So they want to join, they want to invest in it,
exactly. Yeah. So,
be a part of it. But if you would need to say, tell me at least like 3 things which are crucial for this. You had 0, and in 12 months, you have 6-figure business in construction. So what is it? At least three things to teach our audience. Is it mindset? Is it a system? Is it your mentors? Is it some skill?
it's literally a little bit of everything you just said. So, it's mentorship, skills, and just having that hunger and the mindset. It's a little bit of everything because there's people that work super hard, but they never see the fruits of their labor.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many people who are working for 15 years in these areas and like they don't grow.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's people that are really like super lazy that make lots of money. So it's kind of finding the balance between the two. It's like trying to cut corners where you can, but also working hard when you need to work hard. I think that's definitely it. And
Right.
not working hard in the wrong place. You know,
Right.
you have to have the biggest return on your time.
So working hard, but in a correct role
Yeah, exactly.
inside the business.
Yeah, because I know lots of people that have, or not lots of people, I know a few people that have very good construction businesses, but they're still like getting their hands dirty every day, waking up at like four in the morning to get to their jobs. And it's just that mindset, I guess, and that vision of like, but you only get that from seeing other people
Right.
achieve that. And so, yeah, mentors, massive.
So your environment affects you a lot. So you see, this is how other people are doing this. So in your picture, this is how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
When you suddenly see completely different example, and this person works like 2 hours a week and he has the same, then something changes.
I'll be honest, like a lot of my family, like, you know, they would think like, what's he doing? Like, come on,
Right.
just be a plumber. What are you doing? Are you
Even now.
crazy? Not now. I think like people now understand that, like, you know, this is working, you know. But at
This
the
is working.
at the start, I would definitely people. What's this guy doing? He's such a joker. Like, why is he? Just be a plumber, you know. Like, plumbers make money. Plumbers make good money. Just be a plumber.
Wow.
Just go and fix the toilets every day, and you know you'll live a decent life, which you will. But I just wanted more. I don't. You know, I didn't get into construction because I was passionate about it. I got into it because it's a massive industry. It's a global, it's the biggest industry. People, everyone needs a house to live in.
Right.
you know. And if you
It will
can
always be needed.
exactly, and if you can build it, or you have the knowledge or the teams to build houses, you know, the possibilities are endless. It's like you were saying to me before, like there's people in Bali like developing and investors, and it's a massive industry. It's not just people just fixing toilets. It's a huge industry, you know.
Yeah, I have a lot to do with real estate market here. So my experience is also similar to yours, that it's so many players in this field, and some people have their construction businesses, development businesses since maybe 15 years. And then there are some who just started like half a year ago, 1 year ago, and they grew to the same level. And it's interesting how people react to this kind of entrepreneurial cases. Some people hate this, like they don't agree. This is not possible because in their picture, it's not possible. You need to work hard for many years.
10, 15 years. Like you need to, so a lot of people have that mentality, which
Something must be wrong with you if this is happening.
Yeah, like a lot of people have that mentality. It's like you, to qualify to have a business, like you need to do 15 years of working for someone and slowly go up, go up, go up, go up. But with owning a business, you can start tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you won't be successful tomorrow, but yeah, there's not this qualification. There's no ladder to it, you know. I'm a plumber. I started a mold and ventilation company. Like, you can go and do anything within reason, you know.
It's like it's just about what you believe in. If you believe it takes 15 years, then for you it will take slowly 15 years or more. If you believe it's possible like this, no, it's easy. I will find people, I will find resources. Then that becomes your reality.
Yeah, and if you want things now, then you're gonna try and get things now.
Yeah.
You know, and you're
It's
gonna
this hunger.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah, if you tell yourself it's gonna take 10 years for me to do this business and be successful, then it's gonna take 10 years. But if you
Right.
tell yourself, no, I want to do this now, like 6 months, I wanna be somewhere else, I wanna be like in Bali, relaxing, like you can do it. It's just,
Wow.
it's in your mind. Like,
I get inspired. I hope people who watch this podcast, they get inspired instead of getting like, oh no, something is wrong with this guy.
Yeah.
He must be cheating someone
Like,
if he
oh.
is so successful so quick.
no, and it's not like that. Like I've started another branch 150 miles from London. You know, and I've been in the business for like 14 months, so just over a year now. So it's possible. It's just obviously understanding that like your limiting belief is what's stopping you believing this is possible. It's, you know, some people watch this and be like, nah, there's no way that this guy's doing that, you know. But it's,
Yeah,
you
something must be
can.
wrong.
Yeah, he must be like lying, or he must be like doing something that he shouldn't be. But no, it's just straight up determination and just getting stuff done.
About determination, do you have any like regular routines or some personal discipline which you think affects your business results, or do you think it's not connected?
No, I don't think it's connected, you know. Obviously self-discipline is good, but I don't think it, for me personally, I don't have a set routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really refreshing for me to hear, and I think for everyone who watches it, because you know every successful person has his own receipt, like recipe how to do things. And then some people, they say it's very important to wake up. All the rich people, they wake up
5 a.m.
at 5
and they go
a.m.
for a run and then they jump in an
It's
ice
very
bath.
important to do this. And then I like to have new guests on this podcast and see them. They break this picture which was created before, because people already wrote down, okay, it's very important. Okay, I will start to wake up. And then the next person is like, oh, he has great results, but he doesn't follow all of this. So it's something else.
I think it's what works for different people. For me, I find it hard to follow like the rules or the guidelines.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to get things done. So and I have this issue where I like literally all the work I kind of like pile it into one pile, and then I have to do it in a whole day. It's like I only work well when I'm stressed. You know, when
So
I'm like,
similar to you.
like I can't do a little bit today and then a little bit tomorrow. Like it has to all be taken to that like Friday, and
I love
everything
that you
has to be
ruined
done.
how to say, you ruined this stigma, this picture that you have to have perfect discipline to become successful. I like that you can be very different. It can be like this. You can be disciplined. You can pile things up. So something else is a game changer.
You just gotta take action at the start, and then eventually you get good people involved, and then hopefully with time you can kind of take a step back and kind of focus on making everything even better, you know?
What is your plan now with the development of your company?
So,
how's it going to grow?
Yeah, so with the business is we're obviously moving, we're having another branch in the north of England, which I've got like really, really high hopes for. Not even hopes, like I know it's going to work. It's just that, like, there's not even like, oh, it might work, it might. No, it's going to work and it's going to be very, very good. And also alongside that is we do a lot of like reports for mortgages and surveys for houses. So when someone's buying a house in England, they have to do they have to sometimes get a report to kind of look at the mold and the issues inside the house to make sure that they can qualify for the mortgage.
Okay.
So it's just passed on to the mortgage broker.
It's like additional service you have.
Yeah, so now we kind of do reports as well. So that's really important because I feel like that's a great avenue to go down. You know, it's not just constantly like trying to get more jobs. This is like a consistent thing, which I'm definitely focusing on this year, to be honest. The thing is with my business is as soon as I open another avenue, it's like it becomes super busy. And then I'm like, I just busy myself again. So I started doing the reports, and then even like last night, I was up till like 4 a.m. doing reports.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, literally, not that, everything I touch turns to gold, but like every avenue I go down, I just become super busy in it. And it's just like mind blowing, to be honest.
And then you start to delegate and to build a team around.
Yeah. So now I want to get someone in that just does the reports. So I want to get like, I like to, you know, once something gets busy, then I know like, okay, I can get another person in to do that. Right. Then that frees up my time to think of another avenue. And then eventually when I open that avenue up, then I'll be like, right, another person can go into that. So that's how I kind of work now.
How do you decide on a business model? What we all heard is like 9 out of 10 businesses or something like this fail. So it feels like you don't have real long background in business. How do you choose the right path, or do you do mistakes? Did you fuck up anything?
What, in construction?
Yeah. Did you have like major mistakes and then you were like, shit, I have to change everything?
Because I'm not like building houses.
No.
Obviously, like, there's only so much you can like fuck up in someone's house, you know, because the house is already built, you know, so there's not like you can't
limited area.
you can't like demolish their house accidentally, you know.
But I don't mean during the construction. I mean like in your choice of a business model, in your choice of, I don't know, pricing or your offer that you thought this is going to be a great idea and then it just doesn't work. Like,
to be honest, I wouldn't say like business decisions. I would say obviously getting the wrong construction teams, maybe. I've had like super like crazy people work for me in the past.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
super
like
crazy people.
Crazy, just insane people. Because construction is one of those industries. It's like, it's kind of those relationships you build. So now I can say, thankfully, in London, like I have very reliable, honest, hardworking people that get the jobs done. But when I first started, like I was just kind of grabbing people from anywhere, you know, and then just trying to get the jobs over the line, and it caused so much stress. So now, like, it's only good people that work in our business now.
It feels like you're very quick to like understand if something doesn't go right and like change and make decisions quick.
Yeah, you have to be quick at making decisions, especially if you want your business to grow quickly. You have to be quick on the ball. Like, there's a decision here to be made. You have to say yes or no, like straight away. You can't just sit on it, you know?
It's a very good lesson. I heard it from one of the mentors as well.
Yeah.
That it's better to make a wrong decision than not to make a decision when you should do it.
You have to think fast, especially if you're trying to grow a business quickly. You do have to think fast, but...
that requires a lot of courage as well. You need to be a bit bold.
Yeah, I'd say...
Okay, let's go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was thinking, what was you doing? I was thinking, do you want to get some tea or something?
You want some tea?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Creating our atmosphere.
Yeah.
Trinity.
It's nice. But cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, you have to be quick thinking. But it just comes down, in my nature is I'm always trying to get the best out of people. And even if I know someone's like not really cut out for it, I always have that, no, but maybe they can pull through. Yeah. That's my problem. It's like people around me will say, no, this person's super not qualified to do this job. Like they need to go. But I always be like, well, he can change, or she can change, give them some time, Yeah. But at the same time, I'm starting to learn that sometimes people can't change as quick as you'd like them to. And the problem is with a business, is like with all the overheads and people you have to pay, if someone just clearly doesn't have it in them, in my business, it's just hard to be like, okay, like, yeah, they have to go now, because I'm always someone because I used to get fired from all my jobs. If someone gave me a bit of time, maybe I'd still be working at those jobs, but I didn't get that time myself. So
yeah, so you want to give it to employees?
Honestly, yeah, I do want people to feel I don't want people to feel like their job is on the line, because it's a horrible feeling. So yeah, I guess that's a good thing, but apparently it's maybe a bad thing as well, to be a bit too accommodating and nurturing,
Was it hard for you to build a team? Because many people complain that it's so hard to build a successful team.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But you have to like disassociate yourself with the business and just focus on growth. So a lot of construction people, they will always be working on the tools, fixing the toilets. Right. But it's hard for them to be like, let's get this person to fix the toilets, and we pay them to fix the toilets. A lot of construction people, they cannot accept that, because all they think is, I was going to make £100 from that, and now I'm going to make £10. So why on earth am I going to get
money?
Yeah, afraid to basically lose some of the profit. And that's a lot of construction owners have that problem, from like 30 years old all the way up to that. There's like 70-year-old builders.
Feels like all of the business owners have this problem. Yeah. They're afraid to delegate because they think they will lose money.
They're focusing too much on the money.
But that makes their business so limited.
Exactly. I used to work for a builder in London when I first got into construction. He was like 70 years old. His name was Tony. He was a proper English builder, and he literally had Alzheimer's, and he would forget to pick me up in the morning. He would sometimes get to the job and ring me and say, sorry, Josh, I forgot to pick you up. God. And I'd be sitting there on the brick wall outside my house or outside my flat at 7 a.m. I was always so on time with him as well. Like I was always there. Like I was like a robot.
Wow.
And I would be so there insane. Straight away. And I'd be like, he's forgotten me again, hasn't he? And then at 9 o'clock, he'd ring me and say, I'm so sorry, Josh, I completely forgot. I thought you was in my van.
Oh my God.
He was losing his brain, literally, because with age, it happens. Right. But he was still working, still hard at work.
But it feels like we're not really taught to build businesses like this, to understand that delegation will benefit us, that it will scale our businesses. Yes, in a second you earn less, half of, or even less, but then you have to accept it. It gives you opportunity to scale and grow endlessly. Yeah. That's the only way.
Yeah, and that's literally what I promote to, especially to my audience, to my friends. You need to get out of this belief that you need to be the one doing the job. You need to step back, allow other people to do the job, and focus on having even more people to do the job, But it's hard. It is a hard mindset, especially if you don't come from a family with businesses that are super successful.
Right. You're not coming from the family with businesses, so is it all you learned from your mentors?
No, so I would say my dad had a plumbing company on the big commercial building sites. So he was successful, but taking a step back, that's something else, That's a different type of success. Yeah. It's one thing coming home and bringing the money back home, But it's another thing sitting at home and bringing the money home. You
Yeah,
know?
it's completely different role inside the business, right?
Yeah. And it's not everyone's cut out for that. And if you're not cut out for that, then you need to get around the people that can teach you how to be cut out for that.
I think it's very hard for some people to delegate because they think nobody's going to do it better than I can do.
Yeah. And I still have
Afraid
that
to lose
issue
it.
as well.
Yeah?
You know, I'm not working like day to day in my business anymore, but I also have that sense of like, they can't do it as good as me though. And it's like getting over that fear.
You just
that
have to get over
it. It is just, you're not that special. It's just that you're not that special. Like someone can do your job.
So it's a little bit of an ego part, which you need to let go
And it's
at
an
a certain point.
attachment issues
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. Because you see the business as like your baby, you're growing it up, and then you just think no one else can do that. No one else can look after it. Your baby, your business. But
So
it's
it
not
almost
true.
hurts you that
Yeah,
somebody else can actually do
it's
it.
painful. But you just have to, if you do want to, travel the world or, experience life for what it is, then you need to accept that like other people can do your job, and some people will even do your job even better than you as well. So it's just accepting that.
So what is your vision for the next couple of years? What do you plan?
So I'm kind of taking a step back from the construction side of things.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm going to still obviously be a part of the business and make the important decisions with my team. But I'm going down another avenue of the digital marketing.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah. So the company is called Watermelon Marketing.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. And what we're going to be doing is providing that service to other businesses. So we're going to help them take them out of the equation so they can do what I've been able to achieve in the last 12 months. Everything that I've achieved in the last 12 months is so powerful and knowledgeable, and all the experience that I've learned from it, it would be almost like criminal not to give that to
Wow.
the world, because
So is this
yeah.
a global company?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be working with all sorts of businesses, from startups to small businesses to larger businesses. It's not just myself. I'm doing a business with a good friend of mine he comes from a marketing background and also from the corporate world as well. So he's bringing a lot to the table, as well as I'm bringing a lot of my personal experience in business. So to be honest, it's brought the life back in me, because sometimes with business, sometimes you lose that passion. And I feel like this avenue has definitely brought back that energy, that spirit of getting stuff done again, So
Yeah.
I'm super excited to share that.
It feels super exciting that you will hopefully help other businesses to grow as fast as they maybe cannot imagine themselves growing.
Yeah, and I feel like in this industry, there's a lot of noise. It's very easy to go down the wrong sort of mentorship, and there's a lot of people selling stuff that genuinely they should not be. They should be banned from selling stuff.
What are these people?
I wouldn't say that, but obviously I've had mentorship in the past. Some were good, some were really bad, and sometimes it's not even the ones that are the most expensive that are the best, or the ones that look amazing on social media.
That's definitely not
Sometimes
the criteria.
they're not very good. And sometimes the little guy that maybe has a few hundred followers that does some sort of mentorship or programs or has an agency, sometimes they're the ones that will transform your whole business. So it's like Russian roulette,
You know why it's easy to trust that you can do something good with digital marketing is because you have real proof, real business and real results. And that's the way how I trust mentors as well. Some of them are just business coaches, but when you check their real business results, what is the business you're running? Is it just coaching? Okay, but can you prove that your coaching works with real results? No, I cannot.
And I feel like, especially with a coach, the best way to put it is you need to find someone that's actually running a business now, hasn't sold the business. There's a lot of people out there, I sold my business, I can't tell you about how much I sold it for because, I'm not allowed to, that it's best to get someone that is in business, that's actually doing it now, not a few years ago.
Right. That's so true.
Yeah, don't get a mentor
believe
that
in
just
this.
does mentoring. I, you
I
need to
made this
see
mistake
results.
as
Like,
well.
show your results. You know, I need to be in. Someone needs to be inspired by you.
And one is result, another one is a lifestyle. Do you what? Am I inspired by your lifestyle? How you live your life? How much
Exactly.
free time you have to do things you love to do in life?
Yeah.
Okay, then I want to learn business from you. I want to do marketing with
Yeah,
you.
if someone's sitting in their basement saying like, "Yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to be a billionaire, millionaire," and then he's like just sitting in his basement, like in some dark room.
Yeah,
What does that even show? Do you want to be like this person?
yeah,
You know, the reason why I chose the people that I paid was because I saw their lifestyle, and I was like, yeah, I
yeah.
want to be like these guys. I want to get to that stage. But yeah, it's a lot of like,
Do you feel sometimes it's hard for people to invest in their growth? I mean, marketing is, of course, something what scales a business, but also mentorship for the owner. Like, you need to accept that some things you don't know and you need to pay to get to know them.
Yeah.
It feels like for some people it's super hard decision, even though they have money.
yeah, I'd say it's hard to accept that you need to pay to like learn some words from someone, you know? A lot of people, that's difficult
You
to
also need to admit
accept.
that you don't know everything.
Yeah.
For older people, it's even harder. Like how I'm in this business for 14 years.
Reality is you don't know everything, and a lot of people might even see my age in construction and that are much older than me still like waking up at 4 a.m. to go to work in their van, and they might see this and be like, nah, there's no way, like this kid, like what does he know?
Right, exactly.
Well, what do you not know? Why are you still driving your van at like 60 years old at 4 a.m? I must know something, you know.
It's very hard to admit, I would say.
Yeah. And I feel like age is definitely something that people need to get out of their mind as well. Like you can do stuff at any age. You know, it just doesn't come. If I was like an old wise man, like, you know, with grey hair and receding hairline, there would be some people that would listen to this. If I look different,
Right.
if I looked different to them,
It's
they
so
would be like,
true.
oh yeah, I'm going to give this guy money, you know?
It's so true.
But
Oh my God, I can even imagine you making something with AI, and a video where you have gray hair and maybe you would be saying the same things and you would get more trust just because
yeah,
of that.
exactly. But the good thing about myself as well is I feel like I stay authentic. So I'm not chasing like, oh, I need you guys to all listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Like it doesn't fuss me. Like I enjoy talking to new people and networking. That's the reason why I do it, because like I said, I'm not from some super affluent background and had an upper hand or anything like that. I need to do things like this to meet new people, to get in the right circles, because my circle can only take me so far. And my dreams are way bigger than what I'm doing now, you know? So that's another reason why I'm doing this. So it's not like a thing where I'm like, yeah, buy this for like £1,000. Yeah, send it to me now, you know? It's more of like, I just want to get around the right people, build my network.
So it's much more long-term goals.
Yeah, it's not like some short term like crypto thing like, buy my crypto coin, you know? This is
So
way like longer.
do you invest in your reputation, or is it worth something for you to invest in reputation?
I think I've realized with business is one thing, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how far the world goes, people invest in other people. They do business with people's faces, with people's like name. So I'm a firm believer, like I will not, now that I've bought some credibility for myself, anything that I put my name on now is, I need to be 100% like, what's the word? 100% on that thing, you know? So the marketing thing was the digital marketing agency. I'm 100% invested in that because I believe in it, and I only do things that I believe in, you know? So I think it's so important when you start like building your personal brand and putting yourself out there, you have to stay authentic and true.
I think so too. The time already passed when people just believed in some fast food things like today, tomorrow, buy now. Otherwise, tomorrow this offer is not there.
people are wisening up as well. Like, it's so outdated. Those people they've made their money from selling you that impulsive, quick.
Right.
The sale's going to end in
Emotional.
5 minutes, emotional sale. You know, I feel like those times are kind of slowly going.
Absolutely.
People are a bit more, they've realized that, you know, people get burned quite quickly, like lose a lot of money. Like,
Right.
and those people, they make lots of money now, but I want to be here long term. This is my life. I can't change. You can have a new business, but you can't like change your face. Like, people are gonna know you now. If you start doing things that are wrong, what are you gonna do? Like, get plastic surgery and like change your appearance and reappear?
I work with
somewhere
social
else?
media a lot, and I notice more and more this trend that people trust more and more into authentic stories. Maybe they're not perfect, maybe they're not ideal, maybe it's not like I scaled my business 100 times in 2 days and you can learn the same. Maybe it's not this. But when the story is real and you tell it real, you sell more in the end and you sell longer.
And also, if it's a real story and you're really authentic, then you're not going to be fussed on making that peer pressure sale,
Right.
as well, because you know the value that you bring. You know, and even with the digital marketing, the watermelon marketing agency, we'll obviously pre-qualify people because it won't be suitable for everyone. You know, once I started putting systems in place for my business, I doubled my revenue. So I took my revenue at the time, it was like something like 25 grand a month. As soon as I put the things that I was, you know, the CRMs and the systems, I doubled my revenue like within a few weeks.
Oh, wow.
And I reduced the amount I work. But that's because I was at the right stage to take that information. A lot of people are trying to take information that it's not suitable for them at this stage.
Yeah.
They need to focus on something else. But that, obviously, people get hit by the clickbait, sort of like, double your money in 1 week. Yes, that's possible, but you have to be at a certain stage in your business to be able to make that happen.
People are searching for some magical, what they
it's just
call
not
magic
there.
pill, yeah.
Yeah, and it just isn't there.
Yeah,
You know.
tomorrow you're gonna wake up super successful. No.
No, literally. All
Wow.
timing, isn't it?
Thank you so much. It's so much inspiration for me. I like that you have this value of like long-term play, because that feels like this is more and more a trend now, because people are so tired of like fast food marketing, fast food sales.
Yeah, it's everything in this life now is too quick.
Right.
You know, even I get stuck into like, you know, TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
You just start flicking, you know, swiping. And it's not good for your brain as well, you know, but it's just part of the modern world now. But we have to stay authentic and true to our stories and be a good person, you know. You don't have to peer pressure people into doing things.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the important points, like manipulation or pressure people through some triggers, trying to like push some buttons to make people do what you want. That only works once or twice. But if you want to build like long-term relationships and reputation, business, which will work for 20 years, that's probably not a good way.
And for me personally, it's like, how can you even go home at the end of the day after peer pressuring a load of people? Like, how can you go home and feel like, oh yeah, it was a great day of just basically peer pressuring people to do things? I can't do that. I've been in situations where I've had conversations with people and then they've wanted to actually give me money to go and do something for them, and I'm like, are you sure? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, you know, but it's just another thing that I need to learn to get better at as well, is actually when someone genuinely wants to work with me, then actually being like, hang on, yeah, come work with me then, you know. So it's a bit of both. There's a balance, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I like how you manage to maintain so humble in big businesses, because it's also one of the limiting mindsets people have when they become richer or more successful. They think that people who are more successful, they have to be, what is it called? Cold-hearted, or like they don't give a shit about anyone. They just like, I don't know, sharks. But it's not actually true. More and more people I meet for podcasts, more successful entrepreneurs I interview, I notice that it's exactly the opposite.
Yeah, I think that time is gone now, you know, of being like that shark. I mean,
doesn't
obviously
work
it's
anymore.
business is business at the end of the day, but you know, if you, like I said, if you want good people to invest in the company and want to work for you, they want to feel inclusive, they want to feel
Right.
part of a mission, like a greater goal.
Yeah, that's so empowering. Also for your own team who works with you for many years in the future.
Yeah, and also it's that longevity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you want to, like I said, I started the business from nothing. Well, why on earth am I going to do something to jeopardize that? I'm going to try and build something that's like stable.
Of course. Yeah, some
Yeah.
legacy.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
So what are the services you're going to offer in Watermelon Agency?
Yeah, so with Watermelon Marketing Agency, what we're going to be providing is essentially everything that I've learned through my businesses is going to be packaged within the marketing agency. So not only are we going to run ads, Google, Facebook, all of those platforms, but we're also going to help scale and systemize and automate small businesses and larger businesses as well, to just increase the revenue for the business owner, let them take a step back. So it's like a 360 marketing agency, but with added input on making the business better, not just making everything look nice on social media, but also like making more money. Because
Yeah.
that's what a business wants to do, right? Make more money.
It's such a big pain of people who buy some marketing service.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a lot of exposure, but it doesn't bring you more leads. And you
Yeah.
pay, you get something, but you don't get sales.
Exactly. And obviously, I've realized that as well. Is like marketing is all great, like, oh, wow, it looks beautiful. But you need to have way more things going on in the background for that marketing to be worth something.
Right.
You know, you need to have automation, you need leads to be going into a funnel. Like there's a lot of, it's very complex.
So you're going to work with funnels as well, sales
Yeah.
funnels.
Yeah. So like what I use for my business is exactly the same, just for other people's businesses. So it's the reason why I'm so passionate about it is because I know it works.
Yeah.
And I'm
you
not
know
just
how.
some other guy selling a service that hasn't used it. I'm actively using the service that Watermelon Marketing is using. So that's what gives us the edge. Because we're not just another marketing agency, like, yeah, we can do this for you. Da, da, da. Like, I'm using the service myself.
I think this is a game changer because normally marketing agency, the people who own it, they own marketing agency, but they don't actually own a business where they bring leads through this marketing agency. So they just provide it for other businesses, and they're like, if it doesn't work for you, maybe it's just something wrong with your business.
Yeah, exactly. They use that excuse, your business is just rubbish. That's why it's not working.
Yes.
Our
You should
marketing
build
agency is
better
great.
system. Okay, but you help to build the
Exactly.
system.
So it even gives, to be honest, it gives me like goosebumps. Like this business is gonna like go crazy.
I love this.
Genuinely, it's gonna be a massive business, and it's gonna be global. It's gonna be in UAE. It's gonna be in Europe. It's gonna be in England. It's like this business is gonna be massive. The opportunities for the people that will get involved with us, it's gonna change people's lives, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, because it's gonna change other business people's lives.
Right.
You know, so I'm like super excited.
I love that you take responsibility much more than just for outside like window of the business, but also the system inside. How does it work?
Yeah.
The whole business process, the sales funnel, and then you can actually affect the result. It's much easier.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. And the thing is with the marketing agency is that my business partner that's launching it with me comes from such a great background. So he's like, you know, has a degree in marketing, is very good at marketing, but also comes from that corporate background as well. So he's worked in banking, you know, so he knows how to operate, like he knows how the system works for multi-billion pound banks, you know.
Wow.
And bringing that to a small business.
Such unique expertise.
Yeah, bringing that to a small business with then obviously me that has that like impulsive, like go-getter attitude. It's gonna be crazy, honestly. It's gonna change, like I said, it's gonna change people's lives.
When are you gonna launch it?
Probably in the next week or two.
In the next week?
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah,
I'm so
thank you.
excited to hear more about this.
Yeah, no, for real, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait, genuinely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also love when people are so excited about launching their businesses. I think this is this is how it should feel.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know,
wow, that's gonna be.
yeah, and you know what? Because I've seen success in my business, you just start to realize what's gonna work and what's not.
Yeah.
And it's like when you know something's gonna work, you just like you start getting that buzz, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, super.
Yeah, I know. It's like
excited for it.
goosebumps. Like,
Yeah.
this is gonna work. This is
Yeah.
for sure a good thing.
You know, and being able to travel with it as well, and because it's more laptop based and yeah.
Right. So I hope to see you in Bali more often.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll meet
In
for
Dubai
another
maybe as
podcast
well, if
to
you
talk more about digital marketing.
Yeah.
Why
Maybe
not?
we'll have our office in Dubai by then, so you know.
Yeah.
Imagine we could catch up afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, then you'll be like, whoa, mad. You
Wow.
spoke about it in Bali and now you've got an office there. And
This is
that's
crazy.
what's going to happen. So, yeah.
Magic happens in Bali. It always starts some process.
Yeah, I think it's just the environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you're just in nature, your mind gets to actually work. When you're in a big city,
Yeah, you're stuck in other
lose-
things.
yeah, you lose that like vision. a little
But
bit.
you are already such a person who just does things and believes in things, and you have a lot of courage to just get things done. And now when you get to Bali, Bali itself also has this spirit, so it's like multiplies
Yeah,
within
it's
you.
like, I've met such
You're like,
great
I'm gonna
people
do it.
here.
Yeah, I know,
you
it's
know, and
amazing.
It's kind of addictive. Like I just want. I was telling my mom like I want to stay here,
I
but then
understand.
I'm just like no, I've got things to do. Like you
Okay.
know, I got to
Hope to see you again here.
Yeah. Like,
Thank you so much for this podcast. This was insanely inspiring, and I wish you good luck with the digital
you.
marketing agency and
Yeah.
with everything.
Thank you.
See you again.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, definitely.
So, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please click the subscribe button below. Leave a review, but also leave congratulations to the birthday boy.
And you'll see no comments.
Okay, I expect at least 100 comments. Okay, bye bye.